It's about to hit the fan. Trump officials like Marco Rubio, or the head of the Department of Homeland Security, have decided that for their own safety, it's best that they move on to military bases. Not so that they can have a fast-track, unimpeded pathway towards a nuclear bunker when they inevitably do the table flip that we all know is coming. No, they say it's for some low-intensity civil unrest out of fear for their own security. Could it have something to do with the suspension of SNAP benefits to millions of Americans this weekend, which of course will give them nothing better to do with their time than get out into the streets and protest and commit crimes and burn cities down and rob, loot, and steal? Possibly, maybe just a coincidence. But who's to say? Either way, you know the Trump administration proactively is planning to impose a nationwide state of emergency should that arise. They've already prepared quick readiness task force in every state, and they're getting ready to roll that out in the next 60 days. These are going to be detachments of the National Guard. You have to ask yourself, why are they in such a rush? Could this have anything to do with the fact that yesterday Donald Trump announced that they're going to recommence nuclear testing after 33 years? Is there any numerologists out there? After 33 years, they're going to do nuclear testing. And J.D. Vance removed all doubt today when he unambiguously stated, when being asked by a reporter, that yes, indeed, they will be doing nuclear detonations. Buckle up. It's about to hit the fan.
Talking about literally resuming underground nuclear detonation tests.
You'll find out very soon, but we're going to do some testing, yeah. Other countries do it. If they're going to do it, we're going to do it.
For the first time in nearly 3 decades, the United States may start testing nuclear weapons again. On Wednesday night, President Donald Trump said he's instructed the Pentagon to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis with other countries that he claims are testing. Here's the problem. There aren't other countries that are testing their nuclear explosives or their nuclear bombs. In fact, other countries test the nuclear weapon delivery systems, what most of us would call a missile. The U.S. tests their missiles as well. The U.S. hasn't tested a nuclear bomb since 1992, and in fact, in 1996, became part of something called the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty. That said that no country who signed on to it would test a nuclear bomb after that. North Korea is the only country who's done it since. The president also said,
"We have more nuclear weapons than anybody."
That's not really true. In fact, Russia has more nuclear bombs than the U.S. does, but not by that many. China is a distant third. One of the reasons that the U.S. and most other countries on Earth don't test these nuclear bombs is it presents a danger to not only the environment, but also to people and even to animals in the area. The U.S. actually has a place where they could test these nuclear bombs. It's called the Nevada Nuclear Test Site near Las Vegas. But even if the president were to decide that he wants the U.S. to start testing these bombs again, it would take up to 3 years to get the location ready, and it would cost hundreds of millions of dollars to do so. Bottom line here, at this point, it's not clear if the president's talking about testing more nuclear-capable missiles or actually testing nuclear bombs. And right now, the White House isn't providing any more detail.
Marco Rubio, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, off the top of my head, I forget the others, have moved onto military bases, which was reported today by The Atlantic. And that possibility that those people in the White House who are determined to attack undocumented immigrants in our country are planning to ramp that up really dramatically going into the winter and into the spring, might very well be behind a lot of what people are worrying about right now. But I also want to call attention to it because it seems to me that plays directly into the attempt of Trump and the MAGA Republicans to control elections going forward. That is,
top officials start relocating to military bases. It's never just routine. It's a signal that something serious is brewing. Sources close to the Trump administration reveal that several top figures, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, have quietly moved to undisclosed military bases. The report suggests they're not only seeking safety, but also coordinating emergency measures with top military commanders. Officially, the explanation is civil unrest, but multiple insiders claim the situation is far more complex. heightened military readiness, restricted flight zones, and sudden communications blackouts hint that the government is preparing for a national level crisis. Some even believe this could be tied to internal threats, cyber attacks, or fears of an external strike. The silence from the White House has only deepened public concern.